Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari. Jaya
Radha Madhava
Kunj
Kunj Bihari.
Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Gopi Janavallabha
Girivaradhari.
Nandana Vraja Janaranjana
Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Radha Madha Tunja Bihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama
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 Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai, Ram Sankirtan Yajna ki jai. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we are reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 31, Text number 3. 431-3. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Namo
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं
नारायण नमस्कृत्य
नमस्कृत्य
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमम्
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
ततो जयामुदीरये
ततो जयमुदीरये
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नित्यं भागवत सेवया
भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके
भगवती उत्तमश्लोके
भक्तिर्भवति नष्टके
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय
वासुदेवाय
देवकीनन्दनाय च
देवकीनन्दनाय च
नन्दगोपाकुमाराय
नन्दगोपकुमाराय
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः
गोविन्दाय नमः
नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने
नमः पङ्कजमालिने
नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय
नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय
नमस्ते पङ्कजाग्रहे
नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्ग्रे
नमो अकिञ्चनवृत्ताय
नमो किञ्चनवृत्ताय
निवृत्तागुणवृत्तये
निवृत्तगुणवृत्तये
आत्मा रामाय शान्ताय
आत्मारामाय शान्ताय
कैवल्यपतये नमः
कैवल्यपतये नमः
Thank you, devotees. Let's recite 431.3. This chapter is entitled Narada Instructa Prachetas. Please repeat the words after me. Ta nirjita prana
तान्निर्जिता
प्राणा
mano vacho driso
मनोवचो दृशो
hitasanan santa
जितासनान् शान्ता
samana vigrahan
समाना विग्रहान्
pare male brahmani
परिमले ब्रह्मणि
योजितात्मनः
योजितात्मनः
सुरासुरेत्यो दत्रिसे
सुरासुरेभ्यो ददृशे
स्मानारदा
नारदः
तान्निर्जितप्राणमनोवचोदृशो
तान्निर्जितप्राणमनोवचो दृशो
जितासनान् शान्तासमानविग्रहान्
जितासनान् शान्तसमानविग्रहान्
समानविग्रहान्
हरे मले ब्रह्मणि योजितात्मनः
परेमणे
ब्रह्मणि योजितात्मनः
ब्रह्मणः
सुरासुरेभ्यो ददृशे स्म नारदः
सुरासुर्यो ददृशे स्म नारदः
तान्निर्जिता प्राणमनोवचोदृशो
तान् निर्जित
प्राणमनोवचो दृशो
जितासनान् समान विग्रहान्
जितासनान् शान्तसमानविग्रहान्
कले ब्रह्मणि योजितात्मनः
परेमणे ब्रह्मणि
ब्रह्मणि
योजितात्मनः
योजितात्मनः
सुरासुरेभ्यो ददृशे स्म नारदः
सुरासुरेभ्यो ददृशे स्म नारदः
Devotees, anyone would like to recite?
तान् निर्जिता प्राणा मनोवाचो दृशो
तान् निर्जित प्राणा मनोवचो दृशो
जितास्नान् शान्ता समाना विग्रहान्
जितासनान् शान्तसमानविग्रहान्
परेमले ब्रह्मणि योजिता आत्मनः
परेमले ब्रह्मणि योजितात्मनः
सुरासुरादियो ददृशे समानार्दः
सुरासुरेभ्यो ददृशे स्म नारदः
तान्निर्जित प्राणमनोवचो दृशो
तान् निर्जित प्राणमनोवचो दृशो
जितासनान् शान्तसमानविग्रहान्
जितासनान् शान्तसमानविग्रहान्
परेमले ब्रह्मणि योजितात्मनः
परेमले ब्रह्मणि योजितात्मनः
सुरेड्यो ददृशे स्म नारदः
सुरासुरेभ्यो ददृशे स्म नारदः तान् निर्जित प्राणमनोवचो दृशो जिताशनान् शान्तसमानविग्रहान् परेमले ब्रह्मणि योजितात्मनः
परेमले ब्रह्मणि योजितात्मनः
सुरासुरेभ्यो ददृशे स्म नारदः
सुरासुरेभ्यो ददर्शे स्म नारदः
तान्निर्जिता प्राणमनोवचो दृशो
तान् निर्जित प्राणमनोवचो दृशो
जितासनान् शान्तसमानविग्रहान्
जितासनान् शान्तसमानविग्रहान्
परेमले ब्रह्मणि योजितात्मनः
परेमले ब्रह्मणि योजितात्मनः
सूर्यासुर्यो ददृशे स्म नारदः
सुरासुरेभ्यो ददृशे स्म नारदः
तान्निर्जित प्राणमनोवचो दृशो
प्राणमनोवचो दृशो
जितासनान् शान्तसमानविग्रहान्
जितासनान् शान्तसमानविग्रहान्
परेमले ब्रह्मणि योजितात्मनः
परेमले ब्रह्मणि योजितात्मनः
सुरासुरेभ्यो ददृशे स्म नारदः
सुरासुरेभ्यो ददृशे स्म नारदः
Thank you, devotees. Now let's repeat. Please repeat word to word translation. Tan, all of them. Nirjita,
निर्जिता
completely controlled.
completely
controlled.
Prana,
Prana,
the life air.
the life
life
air.
air.
By the pranayama process,
By the
By
pranayama.
the pranayama process,
Process.
manaha,
Manaha,
mind,
mind.
vachaha,
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 words,
word,
word.
drishaha,
drishaha,
and vision,
And
and
vision.
vision,
jitasanan,
jita,
Jita,
asanan,
asana.
who conquered the yogic asana,
who conquered the
Conquered the
yogic
yogic
asana,
asana
or sitting posture,
or
sitting
sitting
posture,
posture.
shanta,
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 pacified,
pacified,
samana,
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 straight,
straight.
straight,
vigrahan,
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 whose bodies,
whose
whose
body,
bodies.
pare,
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 transcendental,
transcendental,
transcendental.
amale,
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 free from all material contamination,
free from all
free from
material
all material
contamination,
contamination.
brahmani,
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 in the supreme,
in the
the
supreme,
supreme.
yojita,
Yojita,
engaged,
engaged.
atmanaha,
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 whose minds,
whose mind,
mind.
sura asura idyaha,
Sura,
sura,
asura,
asura,
vidya.
vidyaha,
worshipped by the demons and by the demigods,
worshipped by the
Worshipped
demons
by the
and by the
demons
demigods,
and by the demigods.
dadrise,
Dadrishe,
Say,
sa,
saw,
sma,
sma,
in the past,
in the
in the
past.
past,
naradaha,
Narada,
Narada,
the great sage Narada,
the great sage Narada.
devotees, please repeat the translation. After practicing the yogasana for mystic yoga,
after practicing the
yogasana for mystic yoga,
the prachetas managed to control their life air,
the
the
prachetas
prachetas
managed to
managed to
control their life
control
air,
their life air,
mind,
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 words, and external vision.
words,
words,
and
and
external
external
vision.
vision.
Thus, by the pranayama process,
thus by
Thus,
the
by the
pranayama
pranayama process,
they were completely relieved of
they
They
were
were
completely relieved
relieved
of
of
material attachment
material
material
attachment
attachment,
by remaining perpendicular
by
by remaining
perpendicular.
perpendicular.
they could concentrate their minds
They could concentrate their
their
minds
mind
on the uppermost Brahman
on
on the
the
uppermost
uppermost
Brahman.
Brahman.
while they were practicing this pranayama.
While they were
practicing
practicing this pranayama,
pranayama,
The great sage Narada,
the
great
great
sage
sage
Narada,
Narada,
who is worshipped by both, who is worshipped both
who is
who is
worshipped
worshipped
both by
both
demons and by demigods.
by demons and by demigods,
By
by
demons
demons
and
and
by
by
demigods.
demigods,
came to see them.
came to
Came
see
to see
them.
them.
Thank you, devotees. Please hear the
Mataji,
purpose.
Haribol, Mataji, can I just ask for you to turn your screen on, your camera?
Is it not on?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Thanks for letting me know. Please hear the purport. In this verse, the words pare amale are significant. The realization of Brahman is explained in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. The absolute truth is realized in three phases: impersonal effulgence Brahman, localized Paramatma, and the Supreme Personality of Godhead Bhagavan. In his prayers, Lord Shiva concentrated upon the personal features of Parabrahman, described in personal terms as Snigdha Pravrit Gana Shamam. Bhagavatam 4:24-45. Following the instructions of Lord Shiva, the Prachetas are also concentrated their minds on the Shamasundara form of the Supreme Brahman. Although impersonal Brahman, Paramatma, Brahman, and Brahman as the Supreme Person are all on the same transcendental platform. The personal feature of the Supreme Brahman is the ultimate goal and last word in transcendence. The great sage Narada travels everywhere. He goes to the demons and the demigods and is equally respected. He is consequently described herein as Sura Suredhya, worshipped both by demons and by demigods. For Narad Muni, the door of every house is open. Although there is perpetual animosity between the demons and demigods, Narad Muni is welcomed everywhere. Narada is considered one of the demigods, of course, and the word Devar he means the saintly person among the demigods. But not even the demons envy Narada Muni. Therefore, he is equally worshipped both by demons and by demigods. A perfect Vaishnava's position should be just like Narada Muni's, completely independent and unbiased. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतापादकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च. हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तु ते. तप्त काञ्चन गौरङ्गे राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. वाञ्छकल्पातरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण
Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna
हरे
Hare Hare
हरे
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रसाय भूतले श्रीमति वेदव्यासप्रे स्वामीति नाम्ने. नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रसाय भूतले श्रीमति भक्तिवेदांत स्वामीति नाम्ने. नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे. जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. श्रील गुरुदेव की जय. गौर भक्तवृंद की जय. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to glorify this verse today and enhance my own bhakti for the Lord and for Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So I really humbly seek all of your blessings so I can able to speak on this verse for my own purification. So this verse as a chapter is entitled Narada Instruct the Prachetas. So as we know, all know the storyline. Prachetas are the 10 sons of Prachinabarshit. So they went for austerity. They went under the water. 10,000 years of tapasya they did under the water. And before they go to start do the tapasya, who came to them? Lord Shiva came to the Prachetas and he has instructed Rudragita. And so Prachetas went under the water, started meditating on that personal feature of the Lord, personal form of the Lord. And then they could able to see Lord face to face. Then the Lord gave darshan to Prachetas and has blessed the Prachetas. And the Prachetas ruled the kingdom for 1,000 years, and then they were engaged in the household activities and all that. And they married to Marisha and gave birth to a son called Daksha. Then all these things happen. Then after Prachetas, then they know that their ultimate goal is to serve the Supreme Lord. Even though then it says that they were ruling the kingdom for 1,000 years, they don't do anything for their own sense gratification because they are fully realized souls. They engage everything in the service of the Lord. All the kingdom, all the opulences, everything they engage in the service of the Lord. They rule the kingdom as a service to the Lord. And then Prachetas took Vanaprastha and again they went in the forest to do their practice of mystic yoga to do the devotional service to the Lord. Then here in this particular purport, I would divide the purport into three parts for my own easier sake of explaining. So here the Prabhupada has wrote the purport in three. One is Prabhupada write as the three aspects of the Lord, realization of the Lord. One is Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan aspect. That's where we are going to discuss. And the second one is Prachetas were engaged in the practice of Ashtanga Yoga or mystic yoga. So what are the benefits of doing this? Why, how we should do it, what we should do it? That's what we're going to discuss. And the third aspect is when Prachetas were practicing this mystic yoga, who came in front of them? Lord Narada gave darshan to Prachetas. So here in the purport, Prabhupada has explained, and also even in the verse, glorification of Narad Muni is there. It's Narad Muni is called as Surasuredya. Surasuredya. That means that Narad Muni is equally worshipped by both the demons and the demigod. They equally respected Narad Muni. So we discussed the qualities. What are those qualities of Narad Muni and the qualities of a pure Vaishnava? So which will attract the respect from everyone, even the demons and the demigods. So these are the three particular topics we are going to discuss today. The first topic we are going to talk about is about the Prabhupada writes in the first part of the purport, the three aspects of the Lord, Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. Prabhupada in the purport also refers to this. There's a verse from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, first canto, second chapter, 11th verse, 1.2.11. Says, Vadanti tat tattva vidastatvam yajnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavan iti shabdyate. So the Supreme Lord should be understood in three aspects. One is Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan, which we all know about this one, which comes in the first canto. So Brahman is the effulgence of the Lord, the light of the Lord. And Paramatma is a localized aspect of the Lord, which is present in everyone, in all the Jivatmas, living and non-living entities. Paramatma is present. And the Bhagavan aspect of the Lord, that is the personal form of the Lord. So in the Prabhupada, this explains this as a train. When you see a train, from very far, you don't see actually the train. You just see the light of the train. The Brahman aspect is compared to just the light of the train. When the train comes a little bit closer to us, we can see the train, actually the form of the train. So that is realizing the Paramatma aspect of the Lord, that which is present in localized aspect, present in everyone, all the Jivatmas and all the non-living entities also. And then when the train comes very closer, we can see all the compartments, how we can get into the train, the things, everything. So that is called the Bhagavan aspect of the Lord. So this is actually explained in Bhagavad Gita. Realizing the Bhagavan aspect of the Lord is a complete realization. So in Bhagavad Gita 12.1, Arjuna actually asked us, who is the superior? The one who worshipped the impersonal Brahman, or the one who worshipped the personal form of the Lord? So this verse comes in Bhagavad Gita 12.1. Arjuna uvacha evam satata yukta ye Bhatasvam paryupasate ye chapyaksharam avyaktam tesham te yogi vittamaha. So Arjuna is asking here, who is the supreme? Who is the greatest of all the yogi? Who is superior? The one who worship the Brahman aspect of the Lord, or the one who worship the Bhagavan aspect of the Lord? And in the following verse 12.2, Lord Krishna clearly explains, clearly states that the one who worship my personal form, the Lord says that who will fix their minds on me and who worship my personal form and always engage in my devotional service with a steadfast faith, I consider them to be the best of all the yogis. This is what Lord Krishna says in 12.2. So the verse is Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Maya Vesha Mano Ye Mam Nitya Yukta Upasate Shraddhaya Parayopetas Te Me Yuktatma Mataha. So Krishna is saying that the one who worship me in the personal feature of the Lord, these yogis will be considered as a superior to the one who worship the Brahman or Paramatma aspect of the Lord. So whatever all that these in the Bhagavan feature of the Lord, it is all the forms, pastimes, all the aspects of the Lord. Everything is included in the Bhagavan aspect of the Lord. But these are the in the Bhagavan aspect manifest his names, forms, qualities, pastimes. But all these other all these things also present in the Brahman feature also and also the Paramatma feature also. But these attributes exist in the Brahman and Paramatma aspect of the Lord in a latent form. So, but whereas if we see the Bhagavan aspect of the Lord, all these things are manifest in the Bhagavan aspect. Devotees can able to realize these things. But these are the things that are present in Brahman and Paramatma as a latent form. It's hard for the devotees to connect. That's when many verses of Bhagavad Gita also say that it's very hard for a Jivatma to connect to the Brahman form of the Lord. Because we are an embodied soul. We are living in the body. So we can able to understand the Bhagavan aspect of the Lord with the personal form and features. So, but for whereas it's the Brahman aspect, there's only effulgence is there. The personal form is not there. It's very hard for us to connect to that personal Brahman aspect of the Lord. So it says that that's why it's important to for a devotee to worship the Supreme Lord in the Bhagavan feature of the Lord. Sometimes people say that, okay, we have to see the Lord in Paramatma, see Paramatma in everyone. We have to definitely see Paramatma in everyone, but we need to understand that Bhagavan feature of the Lord and worship that Bhagavan feature of the Lord. That realizing the Bhagavan aspect of the Lord is a complete realization. I was a long time ago, I heard one of the story where Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakurji, he has gave a big long lecture on realizing the Paramatma aspect of the Lord and all that. So then after the lecture is finished, then what happens was Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakurji, he notices that a monkey stealing a banana from the kitchen, from the Lord's kitchen and running. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakurji started chasing that monkey to get that banana. Then one of the disciples who was watching this, he was thinking that Maharaji gave such a long lecture on serving the Bhagavan and also the Paramatma aspect of the Lord. But why is he not seeing Paramatma in that monkey? So it actually should say that because whatever the personal paraphernalia of the Lord, all that are for the service of the Lord, to serve the Lord in the Bhagavan aspect. So because these personal, the banana or whatever the things present in the kitchen, that's all the Lord's personal paraphernalia. So we should definitely see the Paramatma aspect of the Lord, but we cannot able to cross that boundary and say that, okay, I can take something from the Lord's paraphernalia and feed someone, give it to someone, donate it to someone. That we cannot do because all those Lord's personal paraphernalia are utilized in the service of the Supreme Bhagavan, Krishna. So it is important. So that's what here the Pracheta has been instructed by Lord Shiva to worship the Supreme Lord as Shama Sundara in the personal aspect of the Lord. And prachetas were engaged in the service of the Lord, or they were meditating on the personal aspect of Lord Shyamasundara form. So what is prachetas were doing here? The prachetas were actually engaging in the mystic yoga. So the prachetas were doing actually the Ashtanga yoga. What is this Ashtanga yoga? We all know that Ashtanga yoga has 8 aspects. What are the first stage is called Yama. Yama is actually, all is explained in Bhagavad Gita 6th chapter. In chapter 6 Bhagavad Gita, it says that Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. These are the 8 stages of Ashtanga Yoga. What is Yama is actually, Yama is the don'ts. Yama is a don't, in particular, don'ts means what we are not supposed to do. As we are all given the 4 regulative principles, no meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex, no gambling. These are all the don'ts we are supposed to do. So we should not be doing all these things. And it is said that we should not be engaged in the sense gratificatory activities or being attached to the material things. That we should not be doing. That all comes in the Yama. What are the Niyama? Niyama is the do's, what we should be doing. We should be doing 16 rounds of chanting every day. And in Ashtanga Yoga is what they should be doing. They should be meditating on the aspect of the Lord, not getting attached to the sense gratificatory thing. Yeah, that's Niyama is what the prescribed duties, what we should be doing. And then asana is a sitting posture. Sitting posture is, it said that we should be sitting straight, all our body should be straight, our body, neck and the head, all should be in a straight. And also when the body is straight, when we are straight here, when we are erect in that particular posture, and we should be sitting in a secluded place. We cannot practice bhakti in where the people are doing engaged in lot of sense gratificatory activities. You cannot do chanting you cannot go to a club or pub and do chanting there because your mind cannot be focused. So that is sitting posture, yama, niyama, asana. Next comes is pranayama. Prachetas were engaged in here is doing the pranayama. What is pranayama? Pranayama is controlling the breathing exercise, the inhaling and exhaling. What is actually in the Vedic system or traditionally the Brahmanas before they do Sandhya Vandan, they do this pranayama. Why they do this pranayama? Because this pranayama helps the devotee to focus on their mind, on the supreme aspect of the Lord. So focus their mind, focus their senses, everything. So that is yama, niyama, asana, pranayama. Pranayama helps the devotee to concentrate and focus. Then pratyahara. What is pratyahara? Pratyahara is taking the senses away from the sense objects. Withdrawing the senses from the sense objects. Because all of us always, when our senses are engaged in a sense gratificatory activities, we cannot focus on the Lord. Our mind is not fixed on that Supreme Lord. So we have to withdraw our senses from the sense gratificatory activity. Even though our eyes might be seeing, we should withdraw our eyes from looking at the things externally. We should try to look internally, realize the Lord internally. That is pratyahara. Then dharana. What is dharana? Is concentrate, focusing. Our focus should be, it says that we should look at the tip of our nose, focus on that Supreme Lord, on the tip on. So that is dharana. Dhyana is a bit more engaged in that because dharana is the concentration, dharana is focus. Dhyana is concentration. When we are concentrating, all our senses, our body, mind, senses, intelligence, everything's fixed on that Supreme Lord. That is dhyana. And then next comes is samadhi. Samadhi means everything, all our body, mind, intelligence, soul, everything is in the same platform. Sama means equal. Samadhi means all these things are in an equal platform, equal. When our bodies, when we're sitting straight and we're withdrawing our senses from external sense gratificatory things, objects, and we're fixing our mind on the Supreme Lord, concentrating, focusing on the Supreme Lord, and we went into this trance. When we go into this trance, where our senses are not engaged, we are not externally looking at anything, we're completely internalized. We're completely focusing on the Supreme Lord internally. So this stage is actually very hard to reach. So actually all this Ashtanga Yogi, These are very elevated people who can able to practice. But in the Kali Yuga nowadays, our mind is, because even Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita, after hearing all these 6 chapters, Arjuna says that my mind is very much chanchalam hi mana Krishna. He says that my mind is very much wandering here, there. I cannot able to focus. Arjuna, who is a devotee, who can able to even focus, he is called Gudakesha, who can able to conquer the sleep, who can able to focus so well. Arjuna himself says that I cannot able to control my mind. Then what to speak about the Kali Yuga Jivatmas like us. So that's why the best practice for us to give in is to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, because when by doing the Ashtanga Yoga, what happens? We're withdrawing our senses from the external sense objects and we're focusing internally. But the same thing when we do chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra also, we are not supposed to think of external objects, because as long as we think, hear the external things, as long as our senses are engaged externally, we cannot hear Paramatma within us. So what we need to be doing, when we're chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Prabhupada always says in the japa also, sit straight, he says that. He instructs his disciples to sit straight. Everyone, all of us when we sit straight, we can able to focus. When we able to focus, what are we focusing on? We're focusing on the syllables of Mahamantra. We're focusing on hearing the Mahamantra. We're focusing on it says Nama Rupa Guna Leela. So we don't go straight into the Leela. First focus on the name. Then it's a gradual process. So slowly when we focus on the name, when we get practice into focusing on the name, then we come to the stage of realizing the Rupa aspect, personal aspect of the Lord, that Shama Sundara Tribangi form of the Lord. Then that Leela leads us to Guna of the Lord. How beautiful Lord is, what are the sweet pastimes of the Lord, what is the sweet nature of the Lord, the greatness and sweetness of the Lord will be realized by the devotee. And then that comes to the stage of Leela. All the sweet pastimes of the Lord, we can able to visualize in front of our eyes while chanting the japa. So that's why it's very important for us to withdraw our senses from the sense gratificatory objects, sense objects, and then internalize our senses, realize the Lord within, and focus on chanting the holy name, so we can able to realize the Supreme Person, Supreme Lord, His Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. So what is actually here, it is said that it is important for us to, when we internalize our sense in meditation, when we internalize our senses, then we can able to hear the Paramatma within us. Paramatma always provides guidance for us. And then we can able to realize that Supreme aspect of the Lord, Supreme Bhagavan also. So here the Prachetas were engaged in doing the Ashtanga Yoga. So, and they are also, while doing that, whom they are meditating, they are not meditating on the Brahman or Paramatma aspect of the Lord. They are meditating on the Supreme Lord as Shamasundara form, which is because they have been instructed by Lord Shiva to meditate on the Supreme Lord Shamasundara. Because Shiva was instructing in the form of Rudra Gita, Shiva has instructed Prachetas. So then now comes to the third, we discussed the 3 aspects of the Lord, Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan, and we also discussed the Ashtanga Yoga process. Then next comes to the third topic in our purport, which is because when Prachetas were engaged in this meditating on the Supreme Lord as Shamasundara, Lord Narad Muni comes in front of them. Narad Muni gives darshan. Why Narad Muni is giving darshan here? There's a link in here, because when the Prachetas were engaged in the meditation of the Supreme Bhagavan, then the devotee whoever does a devotional service to the Lord, because when we chanting it says that actually the greatest samadhi a devotee can do in given by Srila Prabhupada is doing the chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, serving the Supreme Lord, cooking for the Lord, dressing the Lord, cleaning the Lord's paraphernalia, and doing the shopping for the Lord, buying the bhoga. And all these activities, devotees are actually in samadhi. Prabhupada ji writes in the purport that this is a perfect samadhi a devotee can achieve. Because we're all the time, when whatever these activities we are doing, all our activities are engaged in this serving the senses of the Supreme Lord, not our own sense gratification. That's what this perfect samadhi we should try to achieve. So as much as time available for us,
रिलेशन अलग होता है ना
we should try to engage ourselves in the
लोगों के साथ ठीक है अपन चाहते हैं तो अपन भी तो
Supreme Lord so we can attain this perfect samadhi. So here the Prachetas had attained that perfect samadhi where they were meditating on the Shamasundara form of the Lord. So in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 18, Text 12, 5, 18, 12, there's this famous verse. These are the prayers of residents of Jambudvipa. Because when Prachetas were doing this meditation of the Lord, they get these great qualities. That's what bring the Narada Muni to give darshan to Prachetas. So this verse goes, Yasyati bhaktir bhagavati akinchana sarvai gunai satra samasate sura arava bhaktasya kuto mahadguna manoratena sati ahavato bhavi. So whenever the devotee engaged in serving the Supreme Lord, so the great qualities, even the great qualities like a demigods. It says the Sarvair Gunais Tatra Same Sata Suraha. Suraha means all these demigods. They get the qualities of the demigods. When we engage in serving the Supreme Lord, we get all these great qualities. But in contradictory to that, when we engage in serving the external energy of the Lord, that is Durga or Maya Devi, this external world, what happens? We don't get any good qualities. So it is the Prachetas were engaged in serving the Supreme Lord by the form of meditation. When they're doing that, they get all these great qualities. So that's what a Vaishnava is actually. A Vaishnava get all the good qualities by doing the devotional service to the Lord. So when we do the devotional service to the Lord in Srimad, the qualities of a Vaishnava given. So here in Kapila Dev, in third canto, Kapila Dev instructs Mother Devahuti the qualities of a sadhu. In 3:25-21, Kapila Dev says, Titikshava karunika suhrida sarvadehinam ajata shetrava shanta sadhava sadhu bhoshanaha. So what are these great qualities? Vaishnava is having a titikshava. Titikshava means tolerance. So they are tolerant. Even Srimad Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, he tells Arjuna tolerate. Tolerate the Shita, Ushna, Sukha, Dukkha, all these things, all these dualities, Arjuna, Krishna tells Arjuna to tolerate. So we say Vaishnava is a tolerate. What does Vaishnava tolerate actually? Because Vaishnava is always engaged in the preaching activities. Vaishnava goes doing the book distribution, doing the preaching to the non-devotees, always engaged in the activities which can help the welfare of the society, welfare of the other people around them. So what is the Titiksha Vaishnava show? Because when we go for book distribution, sometimes people will blaspheme you, people will say the bad words to you, people will get angry upon you. Once I went for book distribution, this person shouted on me so loudly, I was shaking for a minute because we are not hearing to other people shouting on us. So this is what the Titiksha is. Vaishnava tolerates all these other things coming from them. We see Bharat Muni actually, not Bharat Muni actually, Bharata. In Ramayana it comes, Bharata tolerated so much because he was doing the devotional service to the Lord, but he tolerated all the criticism from everyone. People used to spit on him. People used to criticize him. Among all those criticism, Bharata does his devotional service. So Vaishnava does the same thing. He's Titikshava, is tolerate to all these criticism, all the things coming to him wrong. But and the next quality of a Vaishnava is Karunika. They're so merciful. What they're merciful upon? They're showing mercy that these people, because that's what Prabhupada's mercy is. Around 70 years of age, Prabhupada don't need to go to Western world. But he's having that Karunika. He's merciful to other people. He was thought that, okay, all these people, all the hippies, everyone, they are suffering. Everyone is Krishna's children. They have the right to go to Krishna. So I'll help all these people by taking Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and preaching to them, giving them Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that is what the Prabhupada has gone through a lot of hardships. So all these things Vaishnavas tolerate and they show mercy on other Jivatmas. So to give them Krishna Bhakti. And the next quality is Suhrita. Suhrita is a well-wisher of everyone. Suhrita not only to the human being, Suhrita Sarvadehinam. They're equal, equally well-wisher to everyone, Sarvadehinam. Either they know that they see everyone as a soul, not as a body. Because we identify ourselves, as long as we identify with a body, we cannot dedicate these qualities. These great Vaishnavas, all these sadhus, they identify themselves with the soul. They see everyone as a soul, not in the day, not in the body. So they are suhrita sarvadehinam. They're well wisher to everyone. Either it can be a dog or an elephant, or it can be a brahmana. It says in the Bhagavad Gita, there's a verse also, Pandita Samadarshina. They see everyone equally. So it comes when I was reading this verse, one story comes to me, like we heard about Saint Namdev. Saint Namadev, he is a devotee of Lord Vittala. So what happens one day, Namdev was about to eat this dry roti, because Namadev was eating that roti. Then a dog comes and steals the roti, snatches the roti from Namdev and started running. And Namdev started running behind the dog, telling the dog, please stop, please wait, I'll give you some ghee. I'll give you some butter to put it on your roti, because otherwise I will apply that ghee on the roti. Otherwise, this roti will hurt your throat. So look at that equal vision. Look at that compassion of Namadev. So Namadev is not seeing the dog there. Namadev is actually seeing another soul there. And he's feeling that because the Lord is Paramatma is there in that soul, in that body also. And that if that dog eats this dry roti, it will hurt the throat of the dog. So he was started chasing the dog, and he get hold of the dog and applies the ghee onto the roti, and the dog could able it. And then he feeds the dog with his hands. So look at the compassion, look at the wishes of that. He is Suhrida Sarvadehinam. He's completely well wisher to everyone. And we also come across the story of Shivananda Sen in Chaitanya Charitamrita. In Chaitanya Charitamrita Antalila, Shivananda Sen is the dearest devotee of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he is the one who organizes all the devotees, the pilgrimages, all these devotees to come from Bengal to Puri to meet Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So every year they come, all these devotees, 400, 500, lots of devotees come from Bengal to Puri. And Shivananda Sen looks after all these devotees to come here in the travel. He looks after to feeding the devotees, they're staying wherever they're, because they used to come by walk. So wherever they're stopping, he used to accommodate for their stay and give the taxes to the people in between all the route. He looks after all these pilgrimages every day. So every year he used to do that seva for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he does this service. So Shivananda Sen is a householder devotee. So, but he does his service so wholeheartedly, with complete determination, dedication to all. He treats everyone so equally. All the pilgrimages will be well looked after, well fed, well taken care, because he used to treat that everyone. All these devotees, they are going to see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I should make sure that these devotees will reach Puri safely. I should make sure that they are in the good form, they are in good condition, they are having good health when they reach Puri. So he should have so much compassion. So while they were doing the pilgrimage, so one dog started following this group of devotees. So when this dog started following the group of devotees, Shivananda Sen realized that, okay, this dog also following us, so I should look after this dog also. So Shivananda Sen, when he was cooking for the devotee, making the devotees prasadam arrangement, he used to make sure that proper prasadam is cooked for the dog, because dogs cannot eat everything what human beings can eat. So he used to make sure that the right prasadam is cooked for the dog and dog is fed properly. So while on the way, they need to cross the river in a boat, and the boatman did not accept the dog to get into his boat. And the Shivananda said, give lot of money to the boatman so that he can allow the dog to come in the boat, cross that river. So while he was doing this pilgrimage, while the devotees were coming from Bengal to the Puri, and somewhere through, Shivananda Sen could not able to see the dog. Then he missed the dog, and Shivananda was saying, was regretting so much, so badly, that I did not take care of this dog properly. This dog really wanted to come with us and see Lord Chaitanya. And now we miss this dog. So he was feeling so much regret that where is, and Shivananda saying along with his associate, they searched for the dog so many hours, but they could not find the dog. Then finally they reach Puri and goes to Lord Chaitanya. Then Shivananda said when he goes to see Lord Chaitanya in his ashram, then there he sees this dog near Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya was eating the prasad and he was asking this dog to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna, and the dog was chanting Krishna, Krishna, and Lord Chaitanya was feeding the dog. And he was so amazed to see the same dog near Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then this dog actually, and Shivananda saying, pays respects to the dog, pays respects to Lord Chaitanya, and this dog disappeared from there. Because he realized that because this dog been actually liberated. Because Lord Chaitanya was personally feeding the dog, and his own feeding he's eating and giving it to the dog. And he was, Lord Chaitanya, because of the Lord's mercy, this dog was actually liberated. So what is the qualification of this dog? This dog actually has no qualification, but this dog has liberated because the Vaishnava has shown the mercy on the dog. So that's the compassion of the Vaishnava, because Shivananda Sen has shown that compassion, mercy on the dog. That's why the dog got liberation, achieved mukti from Lord Chaitanya. So that's why it's very important. These are the qualities of the Vaishnava: Titikshava, Karunika, Suhrida Sarvadehinam. They're well-wisher to everyone. Ajata, and they have no enemies at all. Because they see everyone as part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. They see Paramatma in everyone. And they don't get angry or upset with anyone. If anything comes in their way, whether it's good or bad, they take it as a mercy of the Lord. They don't see the body there. They only see the soul and super soul. Ajata, Kshatrava, Shanta. And they're always peaceful. Because why they're peaceful? They're actually they're not actually connected themselves to the external world. They're actually independent of the external world. What do you mean by independent of external world? Means they're dependent fully on Krishna. Everything, whatever comes, they take it as a mercy of the Lord. They're dependent on Krishna for everything. So that's why they don't get angry on anyone. They're always peaceful. And Sadhava, Sadhu Bhushanaha. So these are the qualities of a Vaishnava explained by Kapaladev to Mother Devaki. So the Narada Muni actually having all these qualities. So that's why Narada Muni been actually equally respected by the demons and the demigods. So there's some more qualities actually. In Bhagavad Gita also comes the Vaishnava's qualities. In Bhagavad Gita 6.7 it says that Jitatmanaha prashantasya paramatma samahita shitoshna sukha dukkeshu tata manapamanayo. So with here when one conquers the mind, and they realize the super soul within. And without also, there is a super soul inside them and outside everywhere also. And this person is actually attained the tranquility. They're always peaceful. To such a man, what happens? Happiness and distress and heat and cold, honor and dishonor, they all are on the same platform. So Narada Muni is completely independent of all these things. So that's why he's well worshipped by everyone. That's why he's called a Devarshi. He's among the demigods. But why Narada Muni got all these qualities? Because he served, he was actually the son of a maidservant. And he served these Bhakti Vedantis. That's why he developed all these qualities. And in this previous life, he was the son of a maidservant. So that's why the devotees, Narada Muni said, Prachetas, by doing the Ashtanga Yoga, by meditating on the Sham Sundar form of the Lord, they has attained all these great qualities, which attracted the mercy of Narada Muni to come and give darshan to Prachetas. So we see Narada Muni actually does so much preaching to everywhere in all these great people, famous personalities. If you see the Dhruva, Narada Muni preaches to Dhruva. Dhruva, who is a 5-year-old boy, when he goes to do the forest for doing the tapasya, Narada Muni comes. Narada Muni actually tests Dhruva Maharaj determination. He says that Dhruva, you're only 5-year-old. You cannot be in the jungle. You'll come across the wild animals. It's not safe for you. But he tests Dhruva Maharaj determination. So Narada Muni in different circumstances in to different people, his preaching is different. Because some places he tests a different determination Dhruva Maharaj, and he also preaches to Prahlad Maharaj. How does Narmani preaches to Prahlad? Because Mother Kayatu, wife of Hiranyakashipu, when she was captured by the demigods, when Mother Kayatu was pregnant with having Prahlad in her womb, then demigods captures Kayatu. Then Naramuni actually protects Kayatu and takes Kayatu his hermitage, and he preaches to Kayatu. And that's how he preaches Prahlad. And also Naramuni preaches to, we see even in the fourth canto here, he preaches to Prachina Parishad also. The Prachina Parishad, when he was engaged in the fruitive activities, Prahlad, Naramuni comes, preaches to him. He tells him the allegorical story also. For so long he explains all these things, how to do the devotional service to the Lord. All these things Naramuni preaches. And he also preaching to Prachetas here. And Naramuni preaches to Valmiki. We come across Valmiki Rishi when he was a hunter. Valmiki was a hunter. Naramuni preaches to Valmiki. And also Naramuni preaches to Mrugaru. So he preaches to so many personalities, because Mrugaru was actually half killing the animals. He was killing the animals half dead, and Naramuni come across these animals. He feels so much compassion for these animals. He goes to Mrugari and preaches to him. And in Mrugari was so much transformation happens in Mrugari that when Naramuni comes to see Mrugari next time, when Mrugari was actually paying dandavats, paying pranams to Naramuni, he makes sure he was cleaning the hands so they will not be killed. He was cleaning the hands so carefully that though he will not be killed while he was doing the dandavat pranams to Naramuni. So that's the transformation happened by the association of a pure devotee like Naramuni. So that's why Narada Muni is equally praised by the demons and demigods. So we see the same thing with Srila Prabhupada also. Excuse me. When Srila Prabhupada actually been equally praised respected by everyone, even these hippies or maybe the people in the Western world who were the non-devotees also, they respected Srila Prabhupada so much, because Srila Prabhupada has that compassion, has all these great qualities. He was a well-wisher of everyone. People know that he is non-envious. Nirmatsara nam satam. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam says that Bhagavatam is for the people who is nirmatsara, non-envious. So Srila Prabhupada was non-envious. And people know that when these great qualities, when people demonstrate these great qualities, actually Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, another verse also comes, Yasyati Bhagavatir Bhakti Akinchana Gunair Maitradi Bihari Nim Tasmai Namanti Bhutani Nimna Apa Swayam Eva. Look at the compassion of the Lord, mercy of the Lord. When the devotees do devotional service to the Lord, the devotee gains all these great qualities of a demigods also. But the Lord can again attracts to the qualities of a devotee. Yasyati Bhagavate Bhakti Akinchana. Akinchana Bhakti, without any motive. Unmotivated Bhakti when devotee do. Gunai Maitradi Bihari. They develop all these great qualities. And then Lord again attracts to that great qualities. And by the mercy of the Lord, what happened? Other people also get attracts to these great qualities. What happened? Tasmai Namanti Bhutani. Whole world bows down to that person. Nimna Apa Swayameva. And this respect comes naturally. Nimna Apa Swayameva. Just like the water flows to the lower levels, this respect comes naturally. When Srila Prabhupada goes to Western world, he did not demand respect from other people. Devotees don't demand respect from other people. But what happens? By the mercy of the Supreme Lord, all these great qualities come upon a devotee, and these great qualities will attract other people also, and other people start respecting that person. Just like naturally respecting, just like naturally water goes to the lower levels. So this is the mercy of the Lord. These are all these things. So in this so just to give a summary of what we discussed today, in this particular verse here, Prachetas were engaged in practicing the mystic yoga, and they control their life, air, mind, words, external vision. They internalize their senses. So then when doing this pranayama process, they were completely relieved of material attachment. And then who comes to see them? Narada Muni comes to visit them. And Narada Muni has been glorified in this verse as Sura Suredyo, who has been equally respected by the demigods and the demons. So we discussed three aspects of the Lord: Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan aspect of the Lord. And Arjuna asks in Bhagavad Gita, who is a great devotee, who is superior? The one who realized the Brahman feature, the one who worshipped the Bhagavan aspect of the Lord. And Lord Krishna says, Bhagavad Gita 12.2, the one who worship me in my personal form and engage in a steadfast devotion to me, he is superior to the worshipping the other forms, Paramatma or Brahman aspect of the Lord. And we also discussed on the Ashtanga Yogi process, what are these 8 stages of Ashtanga Yogi, and how Prachetas were withdrawn all their senses from sense gratificatory activities and engaged in Samadhi and meditating on the Shama Sundara form of the Lord. And then when they were meditating on the Shama Sundara form of the Lord, Narada Muni appeared. So we discussed the qualities of a great devotee Vaishnava, which is said by Kapila Dev in 3rd canto, and also the Bhagavad Gita, Jitatmana Prashant Satya, all these verses which explain the great qualities of a Vaishnava. And when the devotees do Bhagavad Akinchana Bhakti to the Lord, they get all these qualities like a demigod, which attract the respect from the whole world. So there's actually, I come across a very nice, beautiful bhajan also, Bhaktivinoda Thakurji. I'm not a singer, actually the people who are great singers in this assembly today, you can actually practice this bhajan. This has been written by Bhaktivinoda Thakurji in the book named Gita Vali. So this is a very nice bhajan actually. Whoever want to actually sing, and today you can sing this verse. It says, Narada Muni bhajaye vina radhikara mananame Nama amani uditya uditahaye bhakata gita sami. This is a very nice bhajan actually. Very Bhaktivinoda Thakurji is actually glorifying Narada Muni's veena and his kirtans. So thank you so much, devotees, for giving me the opportunity to glorify this words of all of you, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam today. Now please unmute yourself and say your comments, and I would like to learn from all of you.
Haribol, Sacimata, thank you so much for a class today. That was so good. I really appreciate your presentation today. To be honest, I don't have any questions. I think you explained things really quite nicely. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for class, Mataji. Haribol.
Thank you for your service always, every day. You serving Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, all of us. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Sacimata. Thank you very much. Same as Yamuna, that she said, such a beautiful class, and you have presented it very nicely. So what I take the message home is, by simply chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra without offenses, it vanquishes all sinful activities, and pure devotional service, which is the cause of love of God, has become manifest. This is from Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita 1:826 verse. So for us, the goal of life is to get Krishna Prema. So no matter whatever we do, all those processes are there to make us understand and differentiate that all the Hatha Yoga processes are there. And in those ages, the people used to live for thousands and thousands of years, and they could perform these yoga asanas and all that. And still, some of them still practice that. But for us, we are so fortunate. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu have given us this chanting of Hare Krishna mantra. And if we do it without our offenses, there are so many offenses we perform. It's not just when we are doing the chanting of Hare Krishna mantra. In our own life, many times, many devotees are there. We heard the feelings of the devotees. We say so many things, and we say we are chanting 16 rounds very nicely, says that's okay. But we have to be, these are all Vaishnava aparadh we do without even knowing them. Even hurting the feeling of somebody, even one thing, we have to be very cautious that what we say. And that is the one, is like a mad elephant, who can destroy our Bhakti Lata beach. Thank you very much, Sacimata ji. Always a very
Thank you.
nice class. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. We always, every day, I hear from you and I learn from your wisdom. Thank you, Mataji. Anyone else has any comments or additions to today's class? Okay, thank you so much, devotees. If there's no comments, we'll end the session today. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyascha Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Sacimata Devi Dasi ki jai.
Gaura Bhaktavinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much.